Hey, what's up, everybody? We are day one into the Great Reset. In-game is over 2020, and now we're into the Great Reset. And best case scenario is now long gone. Best case scenario was that it explained the whole glitch with the time of 1972 and why all those things happened in that year and how they are connected to 2020. And the best case scenario out of that was that we were just in a time loop. And it looks like we're not going to get that wish. That we are going to continue to push forward, and now we're going to have to figure out, what's really going on. It doesn't mean that we may not still be in a simulation. That is still a great possibility. There's two possibilities. We're either in a simulation or we're in a natural reality that is being tampered with an alien technology of time hacking. And that could explain the Mandela effect as well. That could explain 1972, 2020. It can explain a lot of things, but it's more simpler to explain it through being in a simulation than it is natural reality, having this like Hollywood, style, fantasy movie that there's aliens hacking time. That just is a scenario that I really don't want to go down, but so I'm reluctantly going to have to look into that, like reluctantly. It's not something that I want to do, but I need to know what happened to me with the alien that came through my school. I need to know what's happening to us, the 172, the significance of that number. And wow, my fan it totally just did that on its own. That's crazy. Like jump, sorry, that's weird. Anyhow, I need to know what's happening to us, the 172, why we have a psychic link. And I know I haven't met everybody from the 172 yet, but there's a good majority of you that come on this channel that I'm 100% convinced that we have a link together. It's either that or I alone have some type of a psychic link, and I don't want to believe that either. X Professor L, God. Okay, whatever. Anyhow, I don't want to believe in that either. Okay, so I'm going to try to figure out how to see if those of you who I know that I am linked to, that you guys are also linked to one another. That'll save me from going down that road, because I really don't want to go down the road of I'm the only one. I don't want that. I literally don't want that at all. It's not something that makes it worse for me. Doesn't make it better. Oh, let's put Grogu over there. Hold on. There we go. There he is. Our little alien head sticking in there. But now I saw the thing for Wonder Woman that came out. And I'm going to do the whole thing on the aliens. I'm going to have to get on that with the Anunnaki and the reptilians. And I saw that the Wonder Woman movie came out, the second one, and I watched a review on it. They said it was horrible, which I already knew that was going to be the case because of agendas and everything. Hollywood is not what it used to be. But some of the stuff in there, and I don't want to watch that movie. I really don't. I'd rather pull my eyeballs out and step on them before I'd watch that freaking garbage. But yeah, my van is acting weird. Sorry, guys. Yeah, things are. But there's from the review that I saw on the movie, there's some things in there, because I know that Hollywood definitely gives you clues. Like the movie Tron Clue, definitely is giving you clues about stuff that's going on, because the same powers that be that are making all the things possible and happen that are happening, obviously they're going to be putting in those type of things in your mind through Hollywood, you know, which affects, Hollywood affects the whole world, period. The whole world is affected by, you know, Hollywood out of America. That's just insane. But anyhow, even Kim Jong-un, you know, is like talking about his favorite movies that come out of Hollywood and stuff, but who cares? Whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna have to really dig deeper into finding what's going on. And yeah, definitely that movie has, I saw some of the things in there, and I'm gonna come out and say it. I'm sure that the Anunnaki run this planet, and they have been for a long time. And it looks like they're about to reveal their power over humans soon. And I think that people are saying, why the hell did she have that golden uniform on? Where did it come from and all that and stuff, her suit and everything? Well, if you really take a good look at that suit, it's a bird suit. It's Anunnaki. And we know that it's totally Egyptian. And you look at Egypt and you look at the way that they dressed and how they had like all this golden stuff. Go look, watch the movie Gods of Egypt. There you go. I mean, it's, you know, in Horus, the Eye of Horus, you know, Horus was all gold, and now you see her, she was dressed like Horus. I mean, a lot of people probably didn't pick that up because a lot of people are brainwashed, don't understand, don't get it, you know, but it's so, and it was like, everybody said it seemed like it felt like it was forced into the movie. I have not watched it. I do not have any desires to watch that movie. But, and there was other things in there too that they were talking about, and I'm like, this is all programming. You know, it's total programming to tell you what's about to happen. It's like I watched the movie Flash Gordon. I haven't seen it since I was a little kid, I think. And I watched it the other day, and I'm like, man, this is like, the whole movie's all Illuminati and Masonry. You go and watch Flash Gordon. Like the whole thing, their whole symbol. It's the Freemason symbol. And you watch the stuff that's going on in there, and if you change the setting, change the characters, make it something like the Tom Cruise movie, Eyes Wide Shut, and bada bing, bada bang. You get the truth of what's really being told there. That's how they do it in Hollywood. But anyhow, yeah, so we have a lot of problems on our hands here if we're not in a simulation. One, it was easier to say the reason why you can take these hard evidence facts and put them in people's face of 1972 and they can't see it all. It was easier to say, well, then they must be NPCs. Well, if we're in a natural reality and those people are not NPCs, then you know, all kinds of stuff falling all over the place in the fan. And those people are not NPCs, then there's something really, really wrong with the human beings on this planet. And that's a really bad scenario for the 172. Because when you're showing them, literally like, here it is, and they cannot see it, there's a problem there. A really bad problem with that. And weird things are happening right now with me driving. Stuff falling all over the place, you know, the man's acting weird, just strange stuff. And I also, speaking of which, because it's the first, a couple of you have left comments on the old video talking about that you feel different. You feel something has changed, like medically changed with you and other things, you know, you feel different. I also had a strange feeling this morning, a rare strange event. And I don't like to use my personal experiences because there is no attached evidence to make it, you know, worth any weight in anything. You know what I mean? It's just an experience. But this morning, I literally felt like my brain was being scrambled. Now, this could be just literally the trick of the mind. So that's the reason why I don't go down that path too much. But I'm going to share it with you guys anyhow. So I always say, because I don't, people can always psych themselves out or trick their brain in some kind of weird way and believe in stuff that's not real. And does that make sense? I mean, so that's the reason why I don't share the Spanish. But this morning, I definitely felt like my brain was being scrambled. I definitely felt like something was probing my brain and was looking for information on stuff. And also, it was showing me the worst things of my life. It was just bizarre. Like the worst of me. Like the worst of myself, which we all have things that we're ashamed of that we have done in the past. If you're not, and you don't have anything that you're ashamed of in your past, then you're not human. I'm sorry. Humans make mistakes. Nobody's infallible. If you are, then you're a machine, or there's something. You're not normal. You're not natural. Natural human beings make stupid ass decisions and have to learn from them. And then later on, natural human beings will either have remorse that they've done what they did, whatever stupid, shameful act that they've done, or they will go into a different psychopath mode where they justify their shamefulness and even self-applaud themselves. And that's the fallibility of human beings. If you don't have those fallibilities, then there's a big problem. And speaking of which, if we're not talking NPCs, I mean, are we walking around with a bunch of damn clones? Because I tell you what, humans don't act like humans did, 10 years ago. It's very weird. It's become like a huge shift. Maybe after 2012, I don't know. I know in 2012 there was a lot of things that happened. It was nowhere near as important of a year as 1972 and 2020. Let's get that straight. You could take all the crazy things that happened in 2012 and you won't have nowhere near the effect of 1972 and 2020. However, 2012 did have some weird stuff going on. And I was talking to a friend yesterday that was talking about 1982. Also, had some crazy significance that happened in it, which is something else we can look into. But 1982 is nowhere near as wild and bizarre with creations and cancellations as 1972, and how those creation cancellations were directly connected to the year 2020. However, it doesn't discredit that year there wasn't something that was going on that year, alien technology or whatever the hell. It's just, I'm literally in a position where I need to know. And I do feel like I'm running out of time, but I need to know. So I have a week off of work coming up tomorrow. Actually, I got a whole week off because I was just like, yeah, whatever. There's not going to be a 2021. There's a possibility. Dead man's curve. As I'm speaking about this, there's a possibility there won't be a 2021. So yeah, I'll take my week off in 2021 because I love my job, and not being there and not being around the guys and stuff, it gets to you a little bit because I enjoy doing routine stuff with them. So as I'm speaking to you, the friend that I just was talking about, that I just said brought up 1982, just now sent a message. So I mean, that's the link. It's like clear, like if I can show you on the phone, it's clearly a serious link that is working. It's happening, and we need to figure out how that works. But so tomorrow I need to go take care of a few things early in the morning with my vehicle, and then I'm heading out on the road because I'm going to be gone for a week. There are 3 places that I have on the list that I could go visit. 4. One, both are going in 2 different directions. And I'm going to go ahead and leave it up to you guys what you think is the most important that I need to investigate. And I'm going to bring the camera and I'm going to film it. And I may not even survive the anything. I don't know what's going to happen when I go to these places. I have no idea. I'm in uncharted territory, and I'm definitely going to be stepping in the source. Okay, so one is I can make a trip out to Alcor in Scottsdale, Arizona this week, and go out there and see personally for myself the pods and see if I can talk to somebody there and get some type of information that may help us piece this together. On the way there, I can stop at, in Ohio, on my way out of Ohio, I can stop at there's an Air Force base here where is that they said that they, believe it or not, they said after the crash happened in Roswell, New Mexico, they took the remains from the crash to, we know Area 51. Well, it's noted down, and you can look this up, that all that remains actually was shipped here to Ohio to an air base here. So I could stop there first, which I had alien experience, so it's kind of, I don't know what can happen. I mean, I show up there, they read my DNA through some kind of scanner and kidnap me. I don't know, you know. Oh yeah, we got you now. Okay, good job. I don't know. I have no idea. It's just, I don't want to go down a Hollywood theatrical thing here because I don't care for that. I love those movies and I love all that stuff, especially like the Marvel movies and stuff and space movies. But I don't care to fantasize to play out a role play in those things. I hope you guys understand that. That's not why I'm doing it. I really need to know what happened to me, and I need to know what happened to the 172, what happened to us. And so I can do that. So that would be stopping there. And all of these places can be dead ends. I may get there, and I may just shut the doors on me. I go to stop and see about where the Roswell, New Mexico crash, which is transferred here to Ohio, to an air base here. And then from there I can head out to Arizona, Scottsdale, Arizona, and go to Alcor myself, which now we know that looking at that logo, it definitely looks like a space logo. I'm sorry. It doesn't look like anything has to do with cryogenics. And I got a suspicious feeling, thoughts about that too. And it's the worst case scenario. And I'll share that with you guys later. And I don't want to, but I will share it with you. And then the other is, I can head towards Virginia, or over towards where the rally's going to be for the Trump rally on the 6th, the 5th, the Clockwork Orange Madness. I can head over there, and while I'm there, believe it or not far from Washington, D.C., that's where DARPA is. Can you believe that? Makes a lot of damn sense, doesn't it? So DARPA is not far from Washington, D.C. itself. So I can go that direction, go to DARPA, and I don't know. I'm in uncharted territory here. I'll film everything that they'll allow me to film. I need to know, man. DARPA 1972. I'm sorry. Everything in that year happened in 1972. I want to know, why did you change the name from the Advanced Research Protections Agency to DARPA in that year when everything else happened? Last time man walked on the moon, longest year in history, you know, the solar storms, CERN, I mean, all of that stuff. And the same thing will go on in Alcor. 1972, Alcor was founded, created in 1972. So I am literally going to the sources of these events. These are the source. And I'm going to do it this week. But you guys leave comments and let me know. And I get enough comments saying go, you know, left or right, whichever way, that's the way I'll go. Because I am doing it not just for me, I'm doing it for us. And I'm depending on you guys to say which direction you would like to see me go. Not because I'm asking for likes, shares, and subscribes because I don't do that at all. This channel is demonetized. That's why I have so much copyright material on my channel. I cannot get a dime. People who will tell you on YouTube to do this and that, and so they can keep the audience interactive, so they can build more of an audience and give gifts away and make all, so they can build more money for themselves. That's not the. This is a real, honest, serious situation that, and I care about the other 172 people. Like, I genuinely care about you guys as well, and I know that we're linked. And we have not found everyone, I know, but there is definitely a few of you that I have found, and we need to figure it out. So I could go to DARPA, and while I'm over there, catch the Trump rally and see what happens there too. Okay, because I have a sneaky suspicion of what's going to happen there. I'm not a psychic at all. I don't have psychic powers. I don't have any of that. And I don't, and being in 2021, I am literally in uncharted territory because I don't know how to link this year to tell the future. Like in 1972, I could tell the future of what was going to happen in 2020, and I proved that with all the stuff of what happened with, you know, the election and a few other events too, like with the solar eclipse and the solar flare blowing up behind it, revealing the 172 density. See, a lot of this stuff does add up to alien intervention, and you guys all know that I had an alien come visit me in my school. So it's possibility we are in a natural reality that has been completely screwed with time hacking. But now I can't see anything. As far as I don't know how to know what's going to happen in 2021. And I know you guys are probably trying to figure that out, and you can be my guest. Go for it. But for me personally, after 1972-2020, I'm checked out. I'm done. I'm done on that. I mean, I'm not done with it per se, but I'm done with that that mental drain that it took on me throughout last year, and trying to understand everything and looking at all the facts, and every time you turn around there's something else. Timothy Greeny put a comment up earlier today about the song You're So Vain. Go on the comments and look at what he said. It's 1972 definitely was a hacked year. Either we are in a simulation, and that's a bad case scenario with the other thing I was going to talk about later, because if we're not in time loop and we're not in Alcor for medical reasons, it's a sinister outcome, and I don't like that at all. And I know you guys, and I don't want you guys to be to have fear, because see, fear is a tool used against you. Fear is a tool of survival as well, if you channel it and use it the right way. There's a reason why you have fear. It's not a bad thing. It's only bad if it's manipulated and used against you, or if you let it run away with yourself. But fear saves you from getting burned, right? It saves you from stepping on glass because of the fear of you're going to cut yourself, you're going to be hurt. So it's a good tool. Otherwise, if people don't have fear, they're just smashing everything. But I don't want to. I'm going to share it with you guys later, and I don't want you guys to be afraid, because if that's the case, and that's the scenario, then I'm going to try to figure out how to stop it, and that may be why I had the alien intervention. The other reason I think the alien intervention happened is because there's about to be alien species that are literally going to be revealing themselves to ruling the planet. They're not going to just come here and just hang out and be your buddies and be kumbaya. If you think that Earth is the only place where there are wars, where there's mass war and stuff, you're sadly mistaken. You know, you're taking away the credit of advanced alien species. That's like when I hear people say, when I hear Republicans say Joe Biden is stupid. I should be using their names. The Biden. When I hear them saying Biden is stupid, I'm just gonna keep calling him Biden. When I hear them saying he's stupid, when I hear people say that, it shows their lack of intelligence, of understanding intelligence. You don't get to that position by being stupid. You don't get to being part of running the country since the year 1972, by the way, by being stupid. It's a stupid comment to say that they're dumb, because it just shows your lack of intelligence, of understanding. And the great trick for a deceiver is to make you believe that the deceiver is dumb and doesn't know what they're doing, and all the while they're playing you like a puppet. And that's another thing too. If we're not in a simulation and we're not surrounded by NPCs, we're surrounded by human puppets. Because I see a lot of humans who have this far off look, and they're almost like they're not there, and you show them stuff that's important and you show them facts and they can't see it, well, yeah, that's a puppet. And I'm going to start changing that. If we're in a natural reality, and when I start talking about natural reality, I'm going to start calling them puppets instead of NPCs. And I'm going to start doing videos on how to handle puppets. Because we're going to have a serious problem here. Because that means that, I don't know. I don't know. I'm in uncharted territory here. But anyhow, it's like when I hear the Dems saying that, the Godfather Clockwork Orange Madness, that he's stupid. You have to be unintelligent to think that that man is stupid. I'm sorry. You don't get to the position that he gets to, and he says things that make him look dumb. So does Biden. And so did Bush. The Bushes. He would watch old videos of him, of George Bush talking. It's unbelievable. You're just like, there's no way this bumbling idiot could run the country. No, it's not he's a bumbling idiot. He's fooled you. That's what they do. They always fool the opposite side, thinking that they're dumb enough that they'll never make it. And then you go, what the hell? How did this person get there? Well, that's because you're the one that's fooled. Everybody plays a fool. The song came out in 1972. Okay? Yeah, so I'm gonna end this video now. Yeah, you guys, let me know which way you want me to go. Which way you think is most important. Going to Alcor, stopping by to see the alien tech, the air base where they supposedly hold the alien technology, or the remnants of the crash from Roswell, or should I go to DARPA itself and go to the Trump rally? I can either go one way or the other. One is west, one is east. You guys let me know. Put that in the comments. Tomorrow I'll be on the road and I'll be heading out to go do that. So, all right. And I'm going to try to get another little video up tonight.